Hi, Linda Bowden here from stampingwithlynda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today is a stamping technique, and I am using the Peaceful Poppies, the Painted Poppies bundle. It is part of the Peaceful Poppies suite. Now that's a mouthful and trying to remember the two. But again, this is the Painted Poppies bundle. I have already taken the poppy stamp and used the new Stays On Saddle Brown that you will find in the mini catalog. I have stamped it on a piece of Whisper White that measures 3 by 3 3/4, and I cut it out with the die that comes in the Painted Poppies bundle, and have cut that out. I have also got a piece of soft suede. This measures 4 by 5 1/4, and I used the new 3D folder. This is Coastal Weave, and it is also in a suite of products. So many great suites and bundles in that new catalog. So let's get started. I am using the Coastal Cabana for my color. My card base is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and then this piece here measures 3 1/4 by 4. I'm going to bring in that Coastal Cabana ink, and I'm going to stamp my greeting. The greeting is from the Peaceful Moments bundle. Now, the Peaceful Poppy suite has 2 different bundles in it. One of them has the beautiful poppies and dies, and the other one has die cuts and words. So these words are from the Painted Poppies bundle, and it says life is better with a friend like you. And I'm just going to bring in a scrap piece of grit paper, and my technique I'm teaching you today is spotlight stamping. Now I stamped those poppies and then cut out the center. So I don't have to color it all. I'm just going to color the section that I die cut. And I'm using my Stampin' Blends. I'm using the light Calypso Coral, but you could use the light and dark if you want to do some watercoloring and getting some different highlights with your blend. But it looks pretty much the same if I would put this piece back in where I cut it out with a die cut. So if I took this and went like that, there is a little bit of color, but what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my Pool Party blend and I am going to color the background. This is going to make it even pop up more for that spotlight technique. So I'm just coloring around those poppies. Always remember, when you are stamping with your blends, you want to have a piece of grit paper on the back because it will bleed through. Now the Stays On is for watercoloring, but now I am using my blends over top, but I'm not coloring a big detail of it, so it does not seem to be blending the image off. Again, Stays On ink is an alcohol ink and is not really recommended to be used with the blends because the blends are alcohol based too. But I am finding with this Saddle Brown that it doesn't seem to be blending off like the black. When I use the jet black Stays On, it definitely transfers over to the tip of my blends, but for whatever reason the brown is not, which I'm very grateful for. So now we've got that colored. We're going to bring in that piece that we cut the die out of. We are going to use our snail and attach that to our Calypso Coral. And I have the braided trim from the Tropical bundle that has This is the braided burlap. It's part of the tropical suite, and I'm just going to take that and wrap that around. I see I don't have any scissors over here. Let me see if I can find a pair of scissors to cut this trim. Because it's the burlap, you may want to put some adhesive. It is a stiffer ribbon, and you may need to put a little more adhesive on there. I'm going to be using my dimensional, so I'm going to put a dimensional right on that trim so that it kind of holds it in place. I've got my dimensionals. Let's remove that one. And then for my spotlighting, I'm also going to use dimensionals where I cut it out with a die cut. So there you have that spotlighting technique. I'm going to add it to the front of my card. Again, this is Calypso Coral. I want to make sure I add a lot of tape. Because this is a 3D folder, it is very detailed and you want a lot of adhesive. You may want to use your multi-purpose glue or even your tear and tape. And press that down good. And there you have a fun technique using the Painted Poppies bundle and the Peaceful Moments bundle. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. Talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.